Alright. Jesus Christ. We got there eventually.
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field.
Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go. First divisional round matchup. First time I've played anyone in my division this year. This season so far. God, the Steelers stadium looks like absolute garbage. It's an alright start.
This defense for the Steelers, much improved from week one. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season. And as in any game, takeaways are
I can't let this guy go to 2-1, because that means he'll go above me. I can't let that happen.
They came away with 3 interceptions in that game. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that nearly an interception.
Jesus Christ. That should have been picked.
It's 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time. But
I got away with it.
In terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball there, break on the football. Don't make a play. And accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games?
Oh, for God's sake, Mixon! Well, that's the end of the first drive then.
Spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
God, that was an awful start.
1st and 10.
Dwayne Haskins is quarterback.
And they'll run for the first time.
Oh, yeah, Najee Harris is not that good.
Across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a
Yeah.
first down.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed.
I'm annoyed with myself for that one.
Alabama, who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
This is Harris. And he'll
Let's go.
down, losing yardage back at the
Let's go, Reader.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him.
He's already got 14 of the 100 yards I can give him.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Haskins.
Pick it off, Bates! Oh my Jesus Christ!
It's 3rd down.
Oh, how that should have been picked.
Defense for the Bengals very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
That should have been picked. He threw it straight at him.
Winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss.
He threw that one just straight at him. Oh, that's so annoying.
From the gun, Haskins on third down.
Where is... Oh. God.
Such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Haskins looking to throw on first down.
Pick it off! What is wrong with the catching on this game?
Nearly an opening drive INT.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
In his 5th year in Pittsburgh, a good bounce back last year for Juju with 97 catches. He wants to continue to make grabs like that and get upfield.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Oh, how is he winning? How is he winning? There's absolutely zero way this guy should be winning right now. Absolutely zero. I can't believe I've not picked him off. I can't. I'm absolutely. I'm lost for words. I'm actually lost for words at how awfully bad this game is when it comes to defense catching the ball. I'm sorry, but if you throw the ball near a defensive player, like you've just done for those 2 passes, I can guarantee you 100 times out of 100 they catch that ball. They 100% catch that ball. The fact that he hasn't caught the ball twice is ridiculous. He should have been picked off. 100%. Oh, Burrow, you're fucking useless.
And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's able to get it back to
Oh, my players can't catch something thrown back right at them. But his guys can catch things on the fucking doing a 360, and his guys can catch them. I don't know what I don't know what I'm meant to do at this point. What am I actually meant to do with that?
They'll try to right side with Harris. Works his way inside the 30 on a
Oh.
This defense for the Bengals very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, they held them completely out of the
This game, man. I have nothing for how embarrassing this game is.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same. but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
I'm crying already because this game is an absolute piece of shit. I have absolutely no words for how awful this game is.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Haskins will throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. Touchdown.
Well played.
Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back there and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and
I've lost my head already. Hey, I don't think you saw the 2 dropped passes that my defensive backs have, but it's quite bad. As in, it's really, really bad how bad the fucking drops were. I'm not even bothered about the offense. The fact that I'm 14 now, it doesn't bother me. The fact that bothers me is that I should have had at least 1 pick. Oh, God's sake. He's got my run game and he's got it pinned down. There's nothing I can do with it.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Burrow will throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he gets this inside.
Slowly going down the field. It's about time something happened, but
Joe Burrow in year number 2, moving around pretty good considering the seriousness of his injury.
I haven't got off to a great start. The fact that I should have picked him on his first drive. He should have picked me. I'll say that myself. He should have picked me. I should have picked him. And neither of which happened. It's just rattled me and not done anything to him.
So there's no extra yardage.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Oh my God. The momentums.
Quick slant caught by Chase. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Am I meant to have something to say about that? Am I meant to have something to say about whatever the hell that was?
McPherson's kick is good. They'll get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
I am sure something will happen eventually.
Right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling,
inside runs. It's not the outside runs that are doing me, it's the inside runs.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool.
Nice. Get it wrapped up. Get it wrapped up.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Haskins to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out.
God. Safeties are awful.
First down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
Yeah, absolutely no way. Absolutely no way.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Quick completion here.
How is he doing that? If I do that, that's picked off. What the fuck was that?
What was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
From the gun, it's Haskins. It's brought in by Harris.
God, I need to. I'm trading Jesse Bates. He's absolutely the worst safety I've ever played with. And I've played with Kansas City's defense on this game.
So far, 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now a toss play. It's Harris. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Hendrickson, it was. Tackle for loss. I think that is enough for it.
Looking to throw, Haskins. He's got it. A touchdown saving tackle.
He would not have won, sure.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line.
That's game over.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that
They get the ball at halftime. That's game over.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon, and he'll lose yardage here. Back
This offensive line is abysmal.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My offense can't catch anything. My defense can't catch anything. I'm fucked. At that point, I'm absolutely fucked.
He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
Oh fuck. Yeah, no, I'm just having a bad game. It's one of those games.
It's his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on the
Yeah, I've lost by half time. This is fun.
Negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Haskins throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And we've hit the 2-minute mark.
No point even trying at this point. It's game over.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Typically, we think it's the strong safety.
Jesse Bates can tackle then.
Especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They go play action with Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Harris. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On first down, Harris. Before being stopped just before the 35. 66
Oh, what the fuck am I watching? Oh.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Haskins. Here's Johnson with a reception. Now the Steelers
not
use
as
the
good.
first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh my God! Catch the ball! It's not hard. It's really not that hard. It's really not. I'm losing my shit at this point.
Second and 10. Now it's Haskins. And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
What's the point?
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you say 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. He'll air this one out for Boyd. Oh, he dropped it. And
What's the point? What's the point? My guys cannot catch to save their fucking life. There's no point to this.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
And I don't blame him one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
I'll take a fucking catch first. Ah, this game's gonna break me. This is gonna be the game that makes it that I go insane. It genuinely is. It's gonna be the game that sends me insane. What am I watching? What the fuck was that?
receiving the football here to start the third quarter. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
All right, that's three dropped picks. For sure. So 3 dropped picks, and at the absolute least a dropped touchdown from Uzama in the middle of whatever the f that was.
And this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Haskins. He gets it complete to Harris. A good job defensively. 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Here's Haskins.
Way! Haskins missed the pass.
Defensive side for the first drive of the 2nd half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Nixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
And there we saw
That's unfortunate.
the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Burrow on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
About time this guy got some luck go against him because Jesus Christ, that first half was a massacre.
But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Outscored points.
With his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
It's only 18. Yay. I have nothing to say about this game.
After the touchdown,
Those 3 drop picks in the first half were 3 drop picks and the drop touchdown from, well, at least fucking dropped first and goal from like the 2 from Azama. It's just a nightmare. Even if I got a couple of, like 1 or 2 of those picks, or 1 pick and the touchdown from Azama, this game would be completely different.
Despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Haskins will throw. And this one is...
I've actually forced an incompletion that isn't just Haskins being bad.
You start playing a little more physically, and they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Haskins to throw. Open man completes it to Claypool. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check 26, check 26. Banjo, 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 banjo. 51, Mike 51.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the...
No, Jesse Bates is injured. However will I do? I'm sorry, I have to be sarcastic at this point. I've got nothing for Jesse Bates. He's just been a nightmare.
Operating from the gun. Haskins.
Alright, if you're going to go there, right, if you're going to get to that point, right, where you're somehow jumped the route, because he shouldn't have jumped the route at all there, you've got to catch that.
An
incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Haskins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the 1st sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Steelers send out their punter now. as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Yeah, anything here would be incredibly impressive.
We'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters
And by offense that's struggling, you just mean his armor that can't catch a ball.
The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football
This
and
guy is a
And he will take this out to
user in the safety as well. It's weird.
about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard
MCL sprain, eh?
19 yards there on the catch and run.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there, finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're
It's
deep
the,
enough in the game that the early jitters are long gone.
what do you call
They
it?
should now have some sense of continuity and be able
It's
to
the
make
lead
some
passes that are
plays
screwing me at the
that they
moment.
have not been doing so far.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they nearly get this all the way to
We are slowly but surely making the way up the field.
2 yards there, a first down.
It'll only be 11. I guess.
A handoff to Mixon. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From midfield now, Burrow.
Nope, he's taking that.
And he slings one that's incomplete. The passing windows are just
Well, I guess that's one of the picks dropped.
This defense has been on
Leveled it out.
That's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
What is wrong with this stupid piece of crap at quarterback? Burrow is unbelievably bad.
And that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's Kevin Huber now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in
Right, where's the flag? Which holding call are you getting? There you go.
Marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They run the counter. Harris. And he'll be brought down. It looks like right
How the hell has all my guys fell for the counter there?
for him on the ground now because he has been terrific here this afternoon. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time.
He's gonna get. There you go. My defensive line's also turned up now.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Haskins. He finds his target. He runs.
God, 55, you're so slow.
About 5 yards shy of midfield. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I've got nothing to say. I've been destroyed.
So
Completely.
Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Looking to throw. Haskins. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got Claypool.
His guys are catching that. My can't catch it for a ball thrown straight at the fucking chest. Oh, so bad. I can't decide whether the sliders need catching up. I don't even know if there's a slider that separates offensive and defensive catching, but if there's just catching of the whole, I don't know if it needs to go up or down. Yeah, I'm 3rd in division now. The game most definitely knew who it wanted to win. I'll say that one. I have not caught a break at all this game.
About to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Burrows throw into the hands of Sample. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I'm not gonna run the ball much here.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now Burrow on 1st down. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
You're making it sound like I openly choose what I do and do not throw to. Like, there you go. I've got luck. I got a bit. There's a little bit.
Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with 2 touchdowns on the season. Both
You win with some, you lose some. I'll congratulate him.
a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the give, this is Harris. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 96 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete.
Putting it in a stand more like.
Couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Harris fighting through, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard.
What's the point? What's the point?
Pickup of 11 yards. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
22 rushes.
That time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run the counter. Harris. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Harris on second down. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Check three.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself.
I would have scored again. I'm not going to. I'm going to it.
Second down and a bit farther.
Honestly, would have scored again. But that's me.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal.
57, Mike 57. I got it.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he was unable to make the play himself on second down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on third down?
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they will take a knee here.
That was so lackluster. I don't mind losing. I really don't mind losing. I mind losing like this.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I mind losing like that a lot.
The storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said we need to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for Pittsburgh, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.
Oh, that was the end.